Top of the afternoon, traders. It was an interesting day of trading. We didn't have any giant moves except in the Great Britain pound, which spiked up 70 pips in about a minute, actually in about a second today. And some people were saying that is because of a breakdown in the Euro Great Britain cross, we'll probably never know exactly what it was, but it was a huge spike and then it was faded almost instantly. And that added a little bit of difficulty in trading all the pairs that I normally look at, like the Great Britain Aug, Great Britain New Zealand, Great Britain J, because we have a spike higher, and that just makes it harder for me to establish my levels because we have a bit of dry air in there. But let's take a look at the majors. The EURUSD, you can see this pair has broken once again below that ascending trend line that I must have talked about a million times over so far this week. And now with this confirmation close, which we're going to get around 1 o'clock here, the pair will establish itself once below. And now that the cross is below this level, what we're going to be looking for is a push down towards 132 and then maybe a little follow through to 131. We have to think with the data that's coming out. Once again, we're going to get a little bit of interest in is the U.S. is the government, is the Fed going to start cutting back its quantitative easing? We have some tempering, and will this lead to dollar strength within this low volume markets that we have right now? We'll have to keep our eyes on that, and if that is the case, we could definitely see a push down towards the 132, 131 area in the Euro USD. Now the Aussie, on the other hand, this pair also broke lower after pushing much higher, but it doesn't have that much of a conviction on this 4-hour candle. Basically, it looks like it could just be a spike lower, so we're going to have to watch that. We could get a push back up to the 9130 area, but we are below the 0.9130 area, and the pair, if we look on the larger chart, which I spoke about on Friday, is still very much below the 9320 area. So if we hold below this level and push down to make a new lower low, the trend is still lower. It will just be a bit of consolidation here, and we'll get a push lower until we break the 9320 level. We could still definitely see further downside in this pair. And the Great Britain USD, you can see that the pair managed to move all the way back down to test that 154.30 area, but it did bounce from there, and that was, the candle looks more impressive than it really should with that spike in the 15. Here, let's take a look at the 15-minute chart. I'll show you exactly what I'm talking about. See that spike right there? That happened basically in a minute, and if we go to a minute chart, you can see that spike happened right around, there it is. Let's get this a little bit lower. You can see that we had that entire move happen around 10:05, and you can see that the pair went from 154.38, well, trust me, all the way up towards the 155 level, and that led I probably closed out a lot of traders that were short the pair at that moment, but that's just bad luck right there. What we're going to watch anyways is this 154.30 level. As long as we hold below that 154, above that 154.30 level, momentum is still to the top side. If we break back down below that, though, then anything goes, and we could definitely see a push back down to 153 and further. New Zealand, just keep in mind the cross has seemed to make a turn here right at this zone that we were talking about, this 0.382 fib at 0.80, 8050 and the 81 level. So we are getting a little bit of a turn here, and we could see a slow gradual push back down if we get dollar strength, and then we'll be watching a move all the way down to that trend line if that does occur. So the question is if we're going to get dollar strength, a little bit of run of dollar strength here, or if this is just going to end up being a blip in the screen. We're going to find out in the short term, but keep an eye on the break of the trend line in the euro and the continued slope move lower in New Zealand. All right, everybody, good luck trading.